Hey, I'm Barbara Forberg, and I'm here at the Now Lifestyle headquarters in San Antonio. And I just wanted to drop this message to share a bit of my history and why I'm doing what I'm doing with building an online business. Um, I'm in my early 40s, and I've been working from home as a full-time accountant for about 10 years now. I really like it. I've always thought that that would be the job that would take me into retirement. But in the past year and a half, I've been focusing my efforts now on building an online business instead. Um, Part of that is to do with my medical history. I have a rather interesting one where I can't really say I got sick at the age of 8 months, but I was born normally and I followed all the regular milestones. And then at the age of 8 months, I had a sudden onset deterioration in motor skills. I lost the milestones I had, which was the ability to hold my head up, to hold the stand position, or to crawl. And from what I understand, I hate to say it, but the lights kind of went out. My parents said that my personality kind of dimmed and I became really lethargic and dopey. So they put me in the hospital for a few days until they could get me a bed at the BC Children's Hospital. And I stayed there a couple weeks with all kinds of genetic testing, and nothing was ever come back positive. Tests were sent to Seattle and they never did figure it out. So they've given me a diagnosis of cerebral palsy once they determined that it wasn't going to get worse. And what cerebral palsy is it's a condition that affects the part of the brain that controls your muscle tone and control, posture, balance, joints, and bones. Mostly for me, it's muscle tone and balance. I've had a really difficult time staying on my feet. Anyway, I had a really lucky situation where my orthopedic management was probably the best I could have gotten. I had quite a few surgeries as a kid. When I was 2, they did a Achilles tendon lengthening, which allowed me to walk, because up until then I had been so tight that I couldn't stand. So they did that when I was 2, and they did that again when I was 6. And then they could only do it one more time, so I had to wait till I was fully grown for the final one. I also had my left leg turned in quite badly, so up until the age of 12, I fell down probably 3 or 4 times a day, because the way I walked was my left foot pointed in like this, and my right one pointed in a little less. So instead of walking like this, I walked like this, and I would trip on my own 2 feet constantly. So at the age of 12, they finally fixed that by cutting my femur and turning it out and, holding it in place with pins and screws. At the same time, they lengthened my hamstrings. And then my last real surgery was, again, at the age of 16. They did another heel quad lengthening, and I've had a few repercussions with my toes since then, because they spent way too many years in an incorrect position. So anyway, in my 20s, I was pretty much a total couch potato. I didn't know the value of diet and exercise until I got to be in my 30s, when I joined a gym, and the difference it made in my gait was noticeable to everybody. My self-confidence went up, my energy went up, and I got my first dog, which got me out into the bush a lot and motivated me to do a lot of walking and just getting out of my comfort zone in a way that nothing else had done. I began traveling. I did some music festivals in Mexico. I went skydiving in Las Vegas. And I did all these trips alone. I didn't have any fear. So that was a really, exciting time in my life. And then 3 years ago, just for no apparent reason, I fell backwards and I landed super hard on my butt. The original thought was that I had buggered up my SI joint. So we did some really aggressive physiotherapy, which in my mind triggered a facet joint to go. and that was probably the worst pain in my life. When the joint came bone on bone, it was like nothing else. So when I was in those attack modes, I was scared to hiccup, laugh, cough, talk. Any kind of movement could just bring excruciating pain and take me down to my knees. I had to use a walker to go Christmas shopping. So that kind of dawned on me that even though I love accounting, I can't continue to sit at my desk 8 hours a day, 5 days a week doing that kind of work. It's just, sitting is almost becoming a cancer in today's society. So I've focused my efforts to build an online business to allow me to have more time to take care of my body, to give it the rest and relaxation it needs. Generally, people with cerebral palsy take about 3 to 5 times as much energy to go through their daily routine. So as I'm aging, I'm finding that I do fatigue quite a bit more. I'm less energetic, and I'm just recognizing that I don't want to push my body through full-time employment all the way until retirement, because I just know that, one wrong move and I could be laid up permanently, or I hope not permanently, but anything could happen. So I'm really geared towards building an online business, and with that I found Now Lifestyle, which has been the first online business with which I found success. I've actually earned commissions, and I made enough money to pay for the trip down to San Antonio. I did a 5-day music cruise, which was amazing. And I'm learning so much with this business. The Now Lifestyle 7-minute workout has allowed me to rebuild some of my core strength so that I'm getting around a lot better, and my back pain is day by day getting less as I regain control of my midsection. So it's really been wonderful to find myself able to stand up without hurting. I've noticed myself going up the flight of stairs without having to use the handrail to haul myself up. So it's been a really amazing experience to rebuild my body the way I have. My eyes have really been open to the fact that I just don't want to work full-time the way I have been. I want to enjoy my time with my 2 dogs, Lehman and Stella. I want to be able to get out to the bush more often with them, because the past year I haven't been able to, and it's really heartbreaking to not, they're my kids. I haven't been able to give them that fun life that they were used to. We used to be out to the bush probably every day for a walk before work, and so in building this online business, I'm so excited by the people I'm meeting, and I'm looking forward to helping other people to grow their income and find something besides the daily 9-to-5 grind that we're all just so stuck in. So I just want to thank you for taking the time to listen to my story, and I really want to encourage you to check out Now Lifestyle and the 7-minute workout. It's done absolute wonders for myself. And I feel like if I can do it, if I can go through the routine and see improvement, even with my cerebral palsy and my back pain, I think it's worth it for anybody in a weakened position or any position to just give it a shot. I mean, it doesn't take more than 7 minutes a day, every other day, and you can get to be in the best shape of your life. It's done wonders for me, and I think it can help you. So please do check it out.